Hello again. My name is Kikuo, and I'm from the beautiful island of Palau, which is, I'll show you where it's at. But more importantly, I'm with the Palau Protected Area Network Fund, which is the, that's not my 4-minute mark, is it? Okay, it's not. I work as the accountant or fiscal officer for the non-profit organization. And real quickly, the basic stats of Palau. Just wanted to show you that it's in the western side of the Pacific. It's about 460 square kilometers, and we enjoy a population of a little more over 21,000 people. Our primary industry is tourism, and we have a per capita income of about 8,000 US per year. Some of the environmental issues that we tackle each year is the degradation of coastal areas, as well as coral and sand dredging, overfishing as well, and we're not invisible to the climate change difficulties as like sea level rise. Real quickly, I'm here to talk to you about the communication and promotion of national MPAs. Earlier in the, when it all began, we had some resistance from the public, the resource owners, about development of national MPAs. How we've been able to tackle that is through strategic planning of aggressive outreach and awareness. But what saved us a lot of time mainly is this slide here. And this is kind of important to mention that within our protected areas, we established the PAN Act back in 2003, and that's that RPPL 639, as you see in there. A few years later, we established the Palau Protected Area Network Fund, which is the sustainable finance mechanism for our MPAs, and that is a nonprofit organization that's tasked with managing, investing, as well as fundraise and dispersing the funds to the MPAs that have conservation programs within them. But to the side here, some of the incorporators of the PAN system that we have in Palau is the Ministry of Finance, as well as the Ministry of Natural Resources. And those are kind of our governmental insider partners, if you would, that always helps us with governmental issues. So we're kind of heavily linked with them as well. We do have two incorporators from the donor community, which is TNC, the Nature Conservancy, as well as CI, and they always help us with the financial and technical support for PAN. And like I mentioned before, we struggled with some of that early stage, which was resistance of the MPA development. Today, in reality, we have favorably changed that to our benefit. A lot of community members, as well as the states in Palau, have embraced the idea of an MPA, and mainly because that's due to, again, like I mentioned, the outreach programs that we have on a state level, as well as the sustainable funding mechanism that we have. A lot of that is because when they enter into the MPA level within the state, the sustainable finance mechanism gives them an opportunity to make these conservation paths that they've chosen to become more of a career-based, and I believe that's really important for them to know that there's money in the long term for them to work in their conservation. As well as we've promoted the national MPAs through capacity building. We continue to do that. One of the best tools that we have is the management effectiveness tools. And essentially what this tool works with is we work with the state conservation coordinators through capacity building. And what happens in this setting is we sit around, or we sit with the traditional leaders and the state governors, as well as the community members, and kind of show them in a nutshell how their MPAs are performing, some of the priorities on why we established the MPAs, as well as give them what to expect in the next year or so. So it's kind of an interactive setting that we provide for them using these tools and show them the goals of what we have. And real quickly, I wanted to show a short video that we use as a promotional tool, if I may. For some reason the video is not linked. It is in the flash drive. And this is a very powerful video to promote, that we use as a promoting tool to all the tourists in Palau that come to Palau, so we ensure to them that there is a sustainable finance mechanism and that it helps to sustain the program.
By paying the green fee, you are helping to support our efforts to effectively conserve and manage our limited natural resources. From our watersheds and rich terrestrial biodiversity to our pristine marine environment. For the responsible use and enjoyment of all. Conserving our environment helps sustain our culture, our nature, and our future. Thank you for your support, which helps ensure Palau's unique environment is conserved. To educate our children, to support our economy, to preserve Palau's heritage, your contribution to the green fee is used to fund conservation across our island nation. And helps ensure that a rich and diverse environment remains for future generations.
Thank you. Salamat. Thank you. Merci. 谢谢. Arigato gozaimasu. 감사합니다. Spasibo.
Thank you. Masula.
Thanks very much, Mel.